Welcome back, folks, to another video of Fishing Planet. This is going to be a little bit different, okay? So we know, yesterday, if you guys watched our stream, there was a lot of bugs. I'll probably put some in the video here that I also have had, but a lot of people had bugs, including friends, you guys watching. For example, audio bugs where the sounds weren't lining up, which isn't major, but the spot's not refilling. A big one is people couldn't join the tournaments. They'd have to close out their game or reopen, or you couldn't switch spots. So for me, I actually had to restart my stream because I couldn't join the first time. But yeah, people not being able to switch spots, they'd have to close their game to switch spots. Or when they were trying to do that, the current tournament would just, in fact, completely kick them out early. Okay, so that happened yesterday, right? And not great. If I get them clips, I'm going to send them in the Fishing Planet and report them. This is the one thing, guys, please. And I understand that sometimes it ain't the easiest, but if you have a bug or issue, you got to send it into Fishing Planet because they don't know. Save your clip, save your thing, send it into support. The more people that do, the more that they know that some of this stuff is a problem. And I'll have some of these bugs in the background. I think I had a spod filling clip where the spod one refill. Obviously, you guys all saw the me not being able to join the comp, and I had to actually stop my stream and start up another one. A few people obviously watching definitely didn't get to even fish because they couldn't join or it kicked them out early. That being said, guys, you got to report it to Fishing Planet. I totally agree. That bug fix they tried helping last week had some issues, but they're trying to fix it, and we got to send in stuff for it. Now, speaking of bug stuff, so I went to a bunch of streams and stuff to make sure it wasn't just me or a couple people having bug issues that I know. I went and checked out a lot of channels, I went and checked. I don't normally get time to do this, but because seems like it was an important thing, I did do streams, or I did check out some streams of being tournaments and stuff, and I checked out some stuff like that while they were doing it. So I noticed everybody's having these problems pretty much. But also, guys, we have another issue. Okay, so I will put it up there for you guys here in the background. I'm not going to sit and dwell on this forever, but I noticed people, if you guys watched my stream, I was bringing in fish right away. I just checked, make sure I didn't have another one on, and then moved to my next spot. But I noticed people doing a few things in stuff, and I went back and tested it. Guys, I terribly named it double uniquing, but it's actually cloning is what Fishing Planet did. They tried to stop it before, did a pretty good job stopping it, but it is now back again, okay? As you can see in the background too, I had a clip of the menu glitching. But you're going to see here in this clip, I just turned down my drag, let the fish fight me. Now you can leave your drag up and let the fish fight you and leave it in the water. Okay, these are just a couple ones I did. And you can just let the fish fight you till another one gets on. Now, is it technically cheating? Probably not. It's kind of exploiting a mechanic. Clearly, Fishing Planet didn't want this. They wanted to fix it. These fish here, even at California, you can just bring them right in almost instantly. And I want to be very clear, I was not the only person to find this out. Obviously, teams are doing it. But also, when I started to figure it out, right as I figured out, and then someone else, a few other people's messaged me, it was back again. So I didn't want to necessarily put a video out on this, guys, here. As you can see, right after is I'm going to pull in a unique, and I only tried it a couple times, and almost every time it worked. Now I'm guessing sometimes it's not going to work, especially if you don't. Maybe if your recipe isn't maybe the greatest. And I'm not showing this so people exploit it. What I'm doing is I'm going to send this into Fishing Planet. Hopefully it gets fixed, but I feel like it's fair to show people because Fishing Planet is not going to be able to fix this in time for the end of the tournament, obviously. Okay, so This will be obviously is already being used. If me and a couple other people independently, separately figured it out right away after the tournament, and there was I think three of us or four of us, this is not going to be, a lot of people are going to know about this. And also, like I said, I try to give everybody an even platform to know what they're up against. Okay, so it might be really, again, this carp tournament might be really tough with people exploiting this. I understand it's a cheat, and this isn't poking out anybody in particular. I'm just saying that this is used to get extra uniques you wouldn't, or trophies, or whatever it is, target fish you wouldn't normally get. And honestly, you will not be seeing me do this. Okay, I didn't do it yesterday. I'm not going to do it. If I decide to do the semifinals and finals, I'm going to do it the right way. The way I feel is right anyway. I know I have stupid high standards of what I do and don't do. I don't try to do anything that's even remotely shady, to be honest with you. Not only is that just my personal belief, but honestly, if I did anything out of step, everybody would be at my case anyway about it, which I would expect. Okay, so with that being said, guys, if you guys are running into bugs and issues, please send them in a Fishing Planet. Maybe give them a clip or some sort of proof so they can see what's actually going wrong, so it's easier for them to fix the problem. And let's be honest, the spotting mechanic, if you want my opinion, is kind of a even though I've done well with spotting and found some, obviously a few years ago, found fish that weren't ever oversized before, and like yesterday I made the oversized tournament. So when I say this, I'm doing well at it, and I still don't agree with it, but spotting is kind of a poor mechanic. If you guys, for those of you guys that don't understand it, if you spot for oversized fish, or for fish, you can make them bigger than they normally happen on the map. And in my opinion, it's not a very good mechanic because it isn't realistic. You can't just put stuff in the monitor in real life and magically a fish way bigger than that's ever been in that lake all of a sudden appears. So, that being said, for example, if you still aren't following along, at California, you're never going to catch a 70-pound carp without spawn mix. It just isn't possible. Right now, currently, as the mechanics sit in the game. And honestly, that could use a rework. I get spotting catching fish quicker, or whatever, but making them bigger than they normally can exist seems like a poor mechanic to me. But that's, my opinion doesn't really matter on that. That's up to Fishing Planet. That being said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. I will try to get the Qualifier 2 guide out right after this, so hang with me, guys.